Want to have your clip featured in the Skyrim clip of the week? Simply record the clip on your Xbox and then send it to me via message. My gamertag is iRyeni, that's IRYENI, and you can message it to me over Xbox and I'll be able to view it. I look forward to seeing the clips that you guys send me. Now moving on to the video. Hey, what's up guys, it's Ryan and welcome to another episode of Modded Monday. We're on week number 118 now guys. I've picked out 5 new mods for you guys to check out and perhaps add them to your load order if you find them interesting. So let's just jump straight into it. Starting off at our number 5 spot, we have the IA92's Epic Elemental Werewolf mod. This mod adds a whole bunch of new spells into the game located in the Falkreath chest as I'm showing you right here, and these new spells allow you to take the form of a werewolf anytime by just casting the Elemental Werewolf spells. The spells will not just change you into a beast, but will also give you the elemental effects and buffs. For example, if you cast the Epic Fire Werewolf spell, it'll turn you into a fire werewolf, and in addition to that, it'll make a rain of fire that damages all of your hostiles in the area. And if a spell like that feels a little too powerful, then just use the standard elemental spells that will just change you and the werewolf. It won't let any of the rain of fire damage that does any in the area if you feel that's too powerful for yourself. Now the chest in Falkreath that I showed off in the beginning has the Beast form, the Werewolf Cloak, the Fire Werewolf, the Epic Fire Werewolf, the Shock and the Epic Shock, the Ice and the Epic Ice, and then finally the Restoration Werewolf. I really like this mod because in most cases whenever I start a new game, I feel like going to the companions and being able to do all those quests in order to become the Beast is a little tedious if you've done it several times, but this allows you to just have all of the Beast forms from the get-go and you can go straight to Falkreath right at the beginning of the game and be able to turn into a werewolf from there, and I really like that, and it allows you to roleplay in any way that you would seem fit in the character of a werewolf, of course, and that's why it comes in at our number 5 spot, so I'd recommend downloading the Epic Elemental Werewolf mod. Coming in at our number 4 spot, we have the Blackbird Company, the Mercenary Edition. This allows you to command your own mercenary company. Now the mod page reads, the Blackbird Company is now for hire. Outside of Morthal, you'll find the Blackbird Hall, and inside, the mercenary captain will allow you to hire him and others. You get a warrior, an archer, and a mage, and there's also a total of 27 hireable mercenaries to follow you as you take on Skyrim's toughest challenges. The mercenary captain issues the orders, and you must talk to him to get the company to follow you. He will also hire more mercs to follow you and upgrade their equipment and take your payment. You must keep up your payments or they will not follow you. Now your mercenaries can die, they aren't marked as essential, but the captain is marked as essential, and the captain is really good at recruiting more mercenaries, so don't ever worry about losing all your mercenaries. And one of my favorite parts about this mod is whenever you are in range of certain mines, Broken Helm Hollow, Crag's Lane, Fort Greymore, and even Halted Stream Camp, you'll be able to issue the order for the Blackbirds to go ahead and secure the area. Once secure, go ahead and talk to the captain again to get them to follow you inside the dungeons. And whenever you're not wanting to go into the dungeons, you can drop them back off at the hall, because they don't really like spending time wandering around. Inside the Blackbird Hall basement, you have a bed and 1 chest to store equipment and rest. However, the other stuff is off limits. You are a guest and patron only here. Now I really like this mod because it allows you to totally expand an army for yourself. You can have a total of 27 hireable mercenaries to follow you all at one time, so just think of the wars that you can have with you and 27 fully upgraded hireable mercenaries. The possibilities are endless, and that's why this mod comes in at our number 4 spot, so I'd recommend downloading the Blackbird Mercenary mod. Coming in at our number 3 spot, we have the Lonely Cottage. Now the Lonely Cottage is a player home mod that is just outside of Riverwood and is meant to give the Dragonborn a home that they can store all of their spoils through an entire playthrough. And also it's not so big that the player must traverse their home like a dungeon, which is pretty much the best way to put it. Simply put, there is one door with no load screens after that. Furthermore, you don't have to leave the home to fast travel. The features of this player home include a library to hold 1 copy of every book, note, and journal, so you can get to collecting now, an armory with plenty of room for all your unique equipment in the game, an enchanting station with plenty of soul gems, an alchemy station with plenty of ingredients and also multiple spots to grow herbs, a blacksmithing station both inside and out with common storage, a house merchant to buy all of your excess loot, an oven with a cooking pot, a selection of unenchanted starter armor for all of your faction choices. There's also enough room for all of your adopted children, a fish hatchery, and unique displays for all sorts of things. Now as you can see as I'm walking around this house, it is a very small house and a normal looking house, but it has a whole bunch of different things in it that make it stand out, like all of the armor stands, all the display stands, all the different crafting stations look really nice and neat, and there's plenty of stuff to do inside of this house, and everything is just at your disposal in this house. So if you've played the game before and you already know the route that you're going to take, then this is a mod for you to get a jump on that playthrough right away. So that's why this mod comes in at a number 3 spot, so I'd recommend downloading the Lonely Cottage Player Home mod. Coming in at a number 2 spot, we have the Halted Stream Mine by Epic Crab. Now the Halted Stream camp is sitting on top of a decent iron mine, and this mod will allow you to claim the mine for a faction of your choice, preventing bandits from spawning there again. Now a little overview of the mod and what the mod page reads itself is the Halted Stream camp is pretty good as far as generic bandit dungeons go. It's got a nice design and makes sense as an actual place, with a touch of that unique flavor that shows whoever designed it really put some effort into little things. And I'd like if more of the little dungeons the player might never visit were like Halted Stream camp. It has a nice iron mine too, so you'll have at least one reason to come back. Unfortunately, solid design aside, the place is poorly lit and covered in traps and gross dead mammoth bits, and the bandits do get a bit tedious. But now it's completely cleaned up. The cleaned up version is much better lit and has a bunch of guards with an actual guard rotating schedule because sleep deprivation is a real problem. Miners to replace the poachers, and an overseer. Basically, the default poaching camp has been made into a mining camp. Now to actually be able to see the cleaned up version, you have to claim the camp at either of the banners or the ledger at the end of the dungeon. Once claimed, the camp will change control after 5 real-time minutes, 24 in-game hours, or if you get far enough away that the camp unloads. You can claim the camp for Whiterun Hold, House Battleborn, House Greymane, the Empire, or the Stormcloaks. Mainly this will affect the guards you get and what factions and gear they have. But there are some benefits if you side with Whiterun, House Battleborn, or House Greymane. Claiming the fort will spawn guards and miners of the faction you choose and introduce you to the default overseer. He will improve the benefits no matter who controls Halted Stream Camp, so it's a pretty good idea to keep him alive. But he's not irreplaceable, so there'll be backup overseers if you decide you don't like him. Now the benefit of having Whiterun control Halted Stream Camp is Whiterun will greatly be better for blacksmiths. Both Urland and Adrian will have more iron ore for sale and average about 100 more gold to barter with. Also, this mod supports Radiant exclusions, which means that once the camp has been claimed, Halted Stream Camp will put itself on a list and no longer be targeted by the kill the bandit leader type quests because there'll be no more bandit leaders to kill. So when it comes to Halted Stream Mine, this gives you a whole bunch of new opportunities for claiming it and actually be able to choose what faction you want to own it. And like I said, if you choose the Whiterun Hold, you'll be able to have more iron ore to sell and more gold to barter with Adrian and Urland and Whiterun, which is a really cool aspect that has been added into the game, and I really like everything about this mod, and that's why it comes in at a number 2 spot, so I'd strongly recommend downloading the Halted Stream Mine. Coming in at a number 1 spot, we have an incredible mod that I have never seen before. It's called LandLord. This mod allows you to buy properties in Skyrim, so you will need a lot of gold. This is also more of an endgame mod once you have a ton of gold and nothing really to do with it. Now whenever you go to visit a shop or tavern, you can find the owner and a new option will appear called Talk About Their Business. Once this option appears and you click on it, you will have the opportunity to become the co-owner of the property. The price depends on your race, your speech skill, and your relationship with the owner, if you're in a town or city, and the price is also an indication of the weekly incomes. The greater the price, the better the incomes. Okay, so now you bought a property. Now what? Well, first, you will have 10% off products sold by your property, and second, you'll be able to ask your co-owner for a part of the incomes every week. And as said earlier, the income depends on many factors. You can boost it though, but to do so, you'll need the help of the East Empire Company. Now when it comes to the East Empire Company, if you want to boost one of your property's incomes, you'll need to open a trade route. You can go to see Victoria Vici, which is in Solitude, which is where I'm at now, and you can give them your property title so you'll be able to open a trade route to your property. Then we have the Markarth's Treasury House. The Markarth's Treasury House allows you to open up a bank account in Skyrim. This bank also allows you to collect your property's incomes and put them in your chest, so you will not have to go and visit every single property to collect all of your payments. You can talk to anyone at the Markarth's Treasury House, but remember, nothing is free. You have to pay once for your chest and again to toggle the automatic collection of your property's incomes. You can then put any items into your private chest, but if you put gold, ore, ingots, or anything valuable, it will increase the value of your chest. And once your chest reaches a value of 6,000 or more, you will gain a 1% bonus every month. So that means that if you put gems and rubies that you find in Skyrim into your chest, it'll make you much more richer if you store them in your chest here. Same goes for shiny dragon claws and any type of jewelry. So as you can see, there's tons of new features to play with, so think long term with this mod, and ask yourself the question if you will become a landlord. I really love this mod, and being able to actually play as someone who goes around as actually just a property owner in Skyrim, and that's how they earn their money rather than adventuring, that's now a possibility. And that's definitely why this mod comes in at our number 1 spot, so I'd strongly recommend downloading the LandLord mod. So that's pretty much it for this week's episode of the top 5 Skyrim mods of the week. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, and if you did, I'd appreciate it if you left a like and subscribe if you're new. It really helps me out a lot. And if you have any suggestions for mods you'd like me to cover in future top 5 mod episodes, please be sure to let me know in the comment section below, or you can follow me on Twitter. I'll be sure to leave my Twitter in the description, and you guys can follow me on there and leave me suggestions through there as well. Special shout out to my Patreon. Thank you so much for everything that you've done. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, and I will talk to you guys later.